Last time I added an amazing mountaintop village complete with creeper farm, but today I want to take my world to the next level. I want to transform this mess of land, which is right next to our starter home, into our world's first farming region, complete with auto farms, a safe place for our animals to live, as well as loads of beautiful fields to make our land way prettier. So let's get into it. This one is gonna be a big one. Starting off today, we're going to need to get a lot of resources. And to make that easier, we need a beacon. And for that beacon, we need wither skeleton skulls. I'm sure there's a fortress around here somewhere. There it is. Usually I get lucky fighting these guys, getting the skulls nice and quick. But today, the Minecraft gods were against me. It took me ages. Skull! Yes! First one! But eventually I got the 3 skulls that we need. Stopping off to get some soul sand on the way back, we are now good to go. Okay, we could go down the mines and kill the wither, but my favourite way of killing him is to cheese him in the end. I mean, I'm not after hero points here. I just want my beacon. That's all I want. There we go. Our very first star. I have no shame. I'm making that as easy as possible for me. Judge me all you like. With our new beacon now in hand, we just need a base to put it on. And for that, I have the perfect place. We can stop off at our iron farm, which is working well, and grab a base for our beacon. And now we can head down the mine and get all the goodies that we need. I think I've got a bit of cobbled deep slate there, but we are going to need a lot more if we want to transform this world. Placing down our brand new beacon, it's time to get stuck in and get all the blocks we need to transform that boring area into our new farming haven. Deep slate cobblestone is our first stop, and even with the beacon in place, this is painful. I'm wanting to keep the buildings in the area in a similar build palette to our starter house, so spending what felt like forever down the mines, I gathered a lot of tuff, stone, andesite, and diorite. With all that mining now complete, my tools are almost broken. To fix them, we can head down into the depths yet again, but this time visit our villager trading ancient city thing and trade a load of our iron for emeralds and XP goodness. And while we're here, I think we can also get some blocks from our stonemasons, and that'll save me having to go and mine them. You thought that was it for resources, didn't you? No, I'm still not done. I still need a load of granite and cobblestone before moving on to probably one of the most important resources, wood. We're going to need all kinds of wood so we can build with it, as well as make all the bits and pieces like trapdoors, doors, stairs, fences, and all that kind of goodness. Woo! Yeah! I think we are done with all the resources, but there's just one more thing I've got to get. If we're going to work on this place today, it's going to need a lot of tidying. And by tidying, I mean a lot of terraforming. Look at the state of it. It's a mess. The last resource I need is dirt. Grabbing as many shulkers as I have, we can get out and about and find somewhere decent to make all this dirt from. That's it. All the resource gathering is done, I promise. Grabbing a lot of our fresh dirt, we can now start placing blocks instead of just destroying the world. I need to make this place good enough so we can finally start our building. So for starters, I'm thinking something like that. I mean, they're guidelines. It probably won't stay like that. I just need that slope up here. I'm definitely going to light this up as I go as well. Yeah, let's be sensible and light it up. Otherwise, we'll have a mob farm, and I don't want a mob farm. Let there be sunshine. Ah! And no mobs. Getting to work on the main farming village area now. We need to flatten this place out a bit so that we can make it a lot easier to build on and give us a blank canvas for really building up our village. Oh no, I've run out of dirt. I severely underestimated this. That's 10 shulkers. 10 shulkers, but wow, this is looking so much better. It still needs a few touch-ups, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Nailed it. And with that, this land is now looking amazing. We can build on it. But first, I want to do something with these waterfalls. We've got 3 of them. We can have them coming down here, ending in a waterfall over there. Nothing over the top with these waterfalls. I just want to create a nice way down for the water so it looks a bit neater and more natural instead of the mess that we currently have. We can then feed them down into a single main stream, which will then become our waterfall down to the main river. There we go. All 3 rivers or streams connected. So now we have the illusion that all these 3 are feeding into that, and maybe they are the source for the river down there. It's Minecraft. Just go with it. Right, with our area ready, we can finally start to put buildings in this area. And first up, I'm thinking that every farm needs animals on it, or at least it does in my world. So over in this bit, we can start by building a nice house for the farmer to live in before actually moving the animals to a more suitable area. Like I said, I want to carry on with the build palette that we currently have in this area, so sticking with our tuff and other grey blocks for the lower walls, and then transitioning into the wood for the upstairs, all stripped of course, followed by a nice simple deep slate roof with some little details to actually make it look like a house. Farmer's house is kind of done, but to make this place look like a farm, we're going to need animals, and currently they are... yeah, we need to move them. If we're going to have animals in our area, which we obviously need, it's a farming area, we need somewhere for them to live. So I'm building up some safe fields or pens for them, so they just can't escape and roam around our village, eating our crops. Starting off with the cow pen, we can just use some cobblestone and stone for a kind of traditional wall, followed by a nice little barn kind of building to keep them all warm and dry. I also carried on and did the same for the sheep and pigs. And with those in, we now have the start of our farming area, and this is looking great. To make it look even more great, we need it to look more like the start of a village. Adding in a load of roads using our coaster, our villagers can now get around to feed their animals and maybe get to the shops later on down the line. We want to keep everywhere connected. We can also carry on from there and add a load more detail like bushes and plants, including this little wheat field next to the farmer's house. I had a bit of land here that wasn't going to be used, so we can add a little bit of lore that he can use this wheat field to feed his animals maybe. We also have this little bit of land out to the front of the house, so I'm thinking a little well could fit nicely. This could maybe be an easy access point for water for his animals. Something like this should do nicely. And also, let's not forget the little well flower. And with that, this area is looking much better. So now we have the animals in our farming area, the next thing we need are crops. Starting off with the beetroot farm, we need to build the villagers a nice home, which will also fit in with the surrounding area. My aim is to have villager-powered beetroot, carrot and potato fields in this world, while also giving them somewhere nice to live. With the first house, we can bring in some sandstone in the build to add a little bit more brightness and something a little different from the other builds we have in this area. Sticking with a simple roof again, this time spruce, and to add a contrast of colour, some grey concrete powder for the top of the wall. Something like that should do nicely, I think. Now for the field. We need to make these big enough so the farmer has plenty of crops to harvest, but we also need to make them safe, meaning no mobs should be able to get in from the outside, and the farmers shouldn't be able to escape from the inside. Using fences, leaves and stone, we can make these look much different from the animal pens, but also keep them looking kind of rustic and natural. Wow, behold my field of beetroot. So our idea now that we'll have one villager here, another villager sat in there where this guy can throw the beetroot seeds or the beetroot at him, and hopefully, once he throws them through, this hopper minecart will collect everything and we can collect all our goodies inside the house. Now we just need to get the villagers into this place. With our first farm in place, we can once again head down into the depths, but this time heading to our villager breeder. And it's been a while since I've been here. Digging a massive tunnel from our ancient city trading hall to the farming village, we can now deliver some villagers. Over 400 blocks long and using so many rails for this project, it's finally time to get our villagers in and getting them put to work. Go. First guy, I shall meet you at the top, hopefully. Quick. Don't despawn, don't despawn, don't despawn. Will he despawn? I have no idea. Quick. Any moment now we should see him. Any moment. Any moment now. Come on, buddy. Oh, he's not making it. Oh, no. Don't go backwards. Crisis averted and problems fixed. We finally got our first victim into his place. Ah, he's in. He's in. Hello, mate. Oh. First villager in. Woo. Oh, I just need to get another one. With our fixes to the rail complete, the second villager was no problem at all. We just need to get him out of the minecart and into his new forever home. Now that we have a good way to get our workforce up to the village, we can crack on with the next house. This one is going to be for carrots. Again, keeping the house simple and in the same build palette, but this time just a different shape. And also, of course, adding our field so we can get all of the carroty goodness. Leave my villager alone. Oh, please don't have killed my villager. No, he's safe. He's planting away nicely. You are going to have to leave and not come back. Thank you. Don't come back again. Crisis averted. We can now get our villagers into our carrot farm and get them working away nicely while we work on the next farm, which is going to be for potatoes. Again, nothing special here, just a house to keep our guys safe, but still making it fit into the area nicely. And in you go. Good, good. Right, go and get a job. Good. Excellent. Oh, there's much more life in this area now. Look at it go. So we've just finally put that guy in, but I want to see how much has been collected while we've been working. Carrots? Wow. Wow. You've been working hard. Where is he? There he is. You've been working hard, buddy. Beetroot. Not so hard. Okay. With our village coming together along very nicely indeed, there's one thing we're missing. We've got them over here so far, but we're going to need roads to separate this place up and give us an idea where we're actually building. So I want to connect this road up back to there. Yeah, look at that little bridge. Right, we've got all the paths in on this side that I want. We're just missing quite a bit of detail now before we actually start on this side. To make this place come to life and to make it look like a proper village, we're going to need to add a lot of detail to it. First of all, running around the area and adding in a load of fields, this will make it look like the farmers are growing a lot of crops to feed themselves and their animals, as well as possibly being able to sell them to the wider population of this world. Plus, fields of crops and flowers look pretty cool. We can also add some little patches of flowers here and there to break up the paths and add a little bit of colour. Something like that should do. At the moment, we don't have anything to represent or show movement, and in a village, you kind of need that. So to fix it, we can add some wheelbarrows that could maybe get in used to take feed to the animals. We can also add in a few carts to the areas where we have some big gaps. This will help make the area feel a bit more populated and look busier than it actually is. And for law purposes, these could be transporting feed to the farmers or actually taking crops to the market. For our beetroot farmer, we've got this little bit of space here, so I'm thinking a shed and dripstone around the bottom we can bring around here. Then we can top that off with our grey blocks and a nice easy spruce roof. Maybe something like that could do. Nothing special, just a little shed. And this guy can store all of his tools in here maybe. I don't know, just a few barrels, little tables where he can do his work. With this guy working with beetroot, maybe we can add a couple of beetroots in here. Do I have the... I do. Ah! Yes! I forgot I had that. Yeah! I like that. Doing something similar for the potato and carrot farms, we now have a complete first half of the village. This place is looking amazing with all the added detail, as well as the extra life we have brought to the area. I am so happy with this. But this is only the first half. Now, we have to move on to the other half to really complete this thriving village and bring it to life. And over here is going to be the biggest build of the village, by quite a distance as well. So basically, this is going to be our warehouse distribution centre for these guys, where we can then sell their produce in a marketplace over there. But for now, I've got plenty of resources to put together for this thing. It's big. I'm not kidding. Big. You okay, buddy? I know it's nighttime, but I'm sure those guys can't reach you. You stay away from my villages, you. Yeah, you hide in there, mate. And you. They're all doing the same thing. Apart from this guy. Is that him? Is that him there? Yes, it is. Look at him. He's not scared of the dark. Potato man. Ah, I'm stuck. Getting right into the build, I want this place to be kind of the main building where our villagers can buy and sell their produce. We're going to need to have offices in here where all the administration and organisation can happen, so we're going to need a lot of room. Maybe some other villagers living here? I don't know. But we're wanting this building to stand out a bit, so we can use some different colour palettes from the rest of the village, including this quite big overhanging bit out of white terracotta. Then with the addition of this massive window and a bit of grey for a bit of contrast, and that's one side done. The first side of the build is done, and see what I mean? It's gonna be a big boy. He's gonna dwarf this, but this is the focal point of our village. It's where everything's gonna happen. Everything. Just everything. Just roll with it. Let's crack on. With the front. Carrying on with the same colour scheme along the front of the building, we can really start to grow this place out. Adding a little sticky out bit to the front as it was looking too flat, we can add some more colour with a copper roof. Yeah, that's looking good. And cracking on with the rest of the front, we can add another white terracotta overhangy bit and connect our copper roof to the other sticky out bit. Yeah, I'm liking the way this is looking. For this bit here, I think a door would look pretty good, and it would give us a decent way to get up to the top floor of the building. Bringing in some copper for the stairs, we can also add a few trapdoors to make it a bit safer and sturdier for something like that. Finishing off with deep slate for the roof and a few massive windows. The big boy's in. It's in. It is absolutely massive. But next, we continue. A bit of a warehouse here to store all of our goodies we get from those guys. So this is the bit where we're going to store everything from our villagers, so we need quite a bit of room to do it. Going back to our grey blocks with a base of dripstone, we can also make sure we have a doorway big enough so that villagers can fit their carts through. We can then continue with the rest of the front by bringing in some looms to add a little bit of a different texture to the build. Something like that should do us nicely. Around the back of the build, we can continue with the same blocks, but I did add a little section out of packed mud blocks, as we'll need some room inside the barn to put some of the item sorters in. This section should cover that nicely. And for the roof, just some more copper. I do want this to oxidize though and turn green eventually. On the side of the barn, I added in a tower out of packed mud and jungle plants just to add a bit of height variation to the build, which I think fits in nicely. Now onto the inside and all that storage I was on about. We're going to need a load of chests to store all our goodies. So let's place these here, and to make this place look nicer, how about some dark oak, which we can strip, as well as some strip birch in the middle, broken up with a few fences. Yeah, and around the back, we're going to need a load of hoppers. And for the ceiling of this place, I think some spruce wood for some beams, which we can then strip back. And then we can add in some spruce slabs, which should look pretty nice from down below. There we go. Now we've got all our storage place in. We can now start thinking about bringing all our carrots, potatoes, and beetroot and store them over there. So they're all in one place. I think the first one, if we just dig through here, we can have... Yes, we can go down here and make our way to all the other bits. That should bring us... Yeah, okay. Should be here. So if we dig up, I'm hoping we see a chest. Do we see a chest? We do see a chest. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Oh no! Stop! We're not ready. Oh, it works. It works. We're getting chariots everywhere. So now that we have our systems sorted out, we can add our comparators. And that should get this up and running. So comparator for this one needs to go there. And I'm collecting them. Oh! Aha, yes. Potatoes, in you go. Good. They are coming in super fast. Let's go and have a quick look. Can we beat our potato? Get out the door, Souli. Can we beat the potatoes back? Potatoes should be middle ones. So that one. Yes. Yes. It works. Comparator facing there. Hi. Off you go, beetroot. Right, with those goodies coming in, we've got our carrots, we've got our potatoes, and our beetroot is still coming in. The keen eyes amongst you may notice this bank of chests. And there's some farming products that we're missing in this place. Melons and pumpkins. And we're going to farm them deep below. Getting to work, we first need to dig out a massive hole in the ground so we can actually fit our farm into it. With the hole dug, we can now put the farm in, starting off with the bottom layer of rails to actually collect our goodies, followed up by a layer of dirt, which is where our pumpkins and melon will grow. That side will do melons, that side maybe pumpkin. Not maybe, we are doing pumpkins. It's a pumpkin and melon farm after all. Do we have any seeds in our house? I'm hoping so. Well, we've got wheat seeds. I'm after pumpkin. Wow. 4 pumpkin seeds. Plus another 4. No. Oh, what am I doing? It's like that, Souli. Well done. How long have you been playing Minecraft? Right, we've got no melons. Okay. Luckily, we've got pumpkins there. Just need a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Run! Right, where's the melons? Any melons? Right, here's a jungle. We've got to have melons in here. Haha! There's one. Oh, there was one behind us. And another one. Yes. Ah, no. Nah. No, I'm just collecting melons. Leave me alone. It all works well. Now we need to collect it. So let's get rid of that for a second. Put together a hopper minecart. Send that pretty thing on its way. Go. And that should collect everything in here. Okay, so we should have pumpkins in there. I think that's working. And melon in there. Yes. Are these still cut? Holy moly. Yes. Good, now that we've got our storage problem sorted, we can turn our attentions to the decoration. Starting off with outside. If we bring the wall to there, we've got our path coming from there, so we need an entrance way in. I think this can be it. And if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then start the wall again. But we need to leave enough room along this side because we're going to need a path over there. Something like that should do, but to make it a little bit taller, let's go and grab some iron bars. Let's call in our iron farm. I think this guy's been working away. It has. Nice. Let's, yeah, that should do. In fact, let's make some iron bars. Whoa, that's way too many. Now that we've got our fencing and we're looking a bit more, I won't say industrial, agricultural. We can work on the ground. It's a bit too neat. In the grounds of our barn, I decided to put these silos in. Maybe somewhere else the villagers can store their crops or grain, maybe? I just think they look pretty cool. And for the rest of the grounds, just adding in more paths to connect up with our path outside, as well as a few carts and other bits and bobs to bring it to life a little bit. I kind of also got carried away and forgot to record. So I finished up with more buildings outside the big barn area, added in a few more houses for our growing population. And there we have it. 3/4 of our village is all complete. This is looking pretty sweet. And for the final bit of the village, we have this little section here. I want to turn this into a market where our population can buy and sell all kinds of things. For the stalls, we can keep these lot pretty simple, but we can also vary the colour of these a bit using different wood types. At the moment, we've only got the shelves for the marketplace. We're going to bring some colour to this place, and for that, we're going to need our wool farm. Let's grab some white, some blue maybe, light blue, some grey, some bright colours, magenta, some yellow. How about some... No. And to make the colour really pop, I just want to alternate. So we'll do white, white, and then we'll start off with a dark blue. Blue. I'll take you down one, though. Blue. Blue. And blue. Whoa! No. The market is not open yet, guys. No. Oh, they don't like you, buddy. Oh, you're having a bad day. Oh, unfortunate. Right. Now you lot. Stop shooting at me. Ye be warned. And here we go. The village is almost complete. We are now looking like a proper village. We've got our market stalls where we can sell all our goodies that are farmed from this section here, which are then transported into that bit there for, I don't know, holding in our silos and our storage barn, which is just there. And then they can be transported down into the market so that our villagers have somewhere to buy all their goodies. Over here, we've got pumpkins and melons. We've got all our farmy bits here, so beetroot, carrots, and potatoes. We've got a little flower stall, a pot stall where you can buy your pots for your flowers. And while you're waiting, you can maybe have a slice of cake. And if you're desperate to get some work done, we have a little stall here with all your worky goodness. And to keep everything lit up at night, we've got a candle store with every single one of them lit. But we're not done around here yet. No, 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 no. We've got this section here. I think that is ideal for possibly our last house in this area. More building. There's a lot of building in this episode. No. 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 It's like talking to my dog. Stay. Stay. No. And there we have it. The final house is in, and that completes our fully functioning village. I love this place. I love this place. I also added in a few trees. That makes it look so much better and adds even more life to the area. But as we walk through the market, it's coming to life. It really has come to life. I love this place. Today, we started with an absolute mess of an area. But now we have transformed it into a thriving farming village with life and movement and a place where our villagers can live out their best life in our hardcore world. Gotta say, I am so happy with the way this place has turned out. And I hope you guys are too. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And I'll catch you in the next one.